always like funny in that way because like he'd always think like anything he hung on to, he like would become valuable. So he'd like give me this like can of beer. It says Super
Right.
Bowl 32 on it. Like you got to hold on to that, Nick. Like that's gonna be worth some money someday.
Yeah, hold on to these Beanie Babies. They'll be worth $1 million when you're 80.
Although I think those Princess Diana ones are still going for a bunch of money these days. Although I don't know if it's that they actually sell for a lot of money or people still think they're worth a lot of money, so they put them on eBay. You know, like they're not really worth that, but they're like, well, of course they're not really worth that, but you know what I'm saying.
But yeah, I mean, whoever will pay, whatever people will pay to determine something's value.
Rare Princess Diana, the purple teddy bear, mint condition. We've got one at $1,700 that 25 people are watching. So that's still a ton of money for a Beanie Baby, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But $900,000, we have one here. 105 people are watching.
Watching, not bidding on, but watching.
Yeah, and this is the funny thing because there's a bunch like there clearly is no price range for this. So we have one here that's 4,500. There's one that's $999.95. Here's a $500 one. Here's an $11,000 one. So people are at $21,000. There's no range. Like people are just like, oh, I heard this is supposed to be worth something, you know. but I love that the $900,000 one has the most watchers. None of the other ones have watchers on them, but the $900,000, it like reminds me when iPhone first came out, they had an app that cost $5,000 and it was like a ruby. It was just a picture of a ruby that you could look at, and it was just to show people that you have money. Like, yeah, I spent $5,000 on this for my iPhone.
Man, I better visit the machine next door, get some Bitcoin so I can get that Princess Diana Beanie Baby.
Hey, it is at a good price right now. It's at like 32,000. Maybe we got up to 34 today. I haven't looked at all. I don't own any Bitcoin. I just own Ethereum because I truly believe in it. But now is a pretty good time to buy some Bitcoin and then sell it in a couple days before it crashes again. You know, that's how you got to do it.
I guess so. Don't take that as financial advice, everybody.
Yeah, this is not financial advice.
we are not liable for your financial decisions based on this podcast.
Good call saying that. Honest to God, yeah, I should have been more aware of that. It was like when the GameStop shit was going on, and everybody was just talking on the message boards about what's going on, and you could see that there were like actual investors that were getting really mad about it, and they'd be coming on message boards like, you dumb kids don't know what the fuck you're doing. And clearly I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, you know, like, again, I didn't lose money, but I didn't make as much as I could have. But like, so all these people are just mad. You could tell that they've been investing their whole lives and never have had a windfall like what happened with fucking GameStop, you know? And so like it became very clear that they were going to try to start making a case about collusion, because it's like all these people are talking online and they're planning out their investments. Like, how is this not insider trading? Blah, 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 blah. So everybody just at the same time, like, recognized it and started putting, this is not financial advice. I just really like this stock. Like, after every single post, like, as soon as you could smell that they were, like, looking for a lawsuit, people caught on to it. Right. It was just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, funny how just a few words can save you from a gigantic lawsuit.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah, that is fucking something. Man, oh, God, I wish I had that prep because I just saw a really, like, interesting version of that recently, and I don't remember what it was, so I shouldn't even have brought it up. But the things, that'd be a great topic. We should remember that for the future, like, looking up things people have gotten away with, like, by a couple of words like that.
Right. Yeah, our litigious country 'tis of thee. Well, buddy.
It's funny, like, I just got to say this one thing since you said our litigious country, and then we'll wrap it up. So I always talk about the studies I do, and this particular like type of study I can't really talk about because there is actually litigious things involved with it. But they ask a question like, "What do you think about lawsuits?" And maybe I brought this up already. Stop me if I have. But they're like, "What do you think about lawsuits in our country?" It's like, for lawyers to make money, for people to have rights against large companies, as a way to protect the little guy, that there's too many of them. So like all these good things and all these bad things about lawsuits, you're supposed to check what you agree with. And I just check every box because I'm like, I agree with everything. Like they're absolutely necessary. We need them to protect people. But yes, lawyers do use them to make money. You know, yes, there are frivolous ones. And it's just funny because like I just feel like I see that question and you feel like you're getting pigeonholed into saying like I support them or I don't. And it's like, well, no, like I support them and I don't support them. Can we please like get to this point in our society? And this is my one for the road. I'm just gonna throw it out there real quick. This is my one for the road. Can we please get to a point where like you can honestly hold two thoughts, where we can hold two thoughts together in our minds at the same time, where we can think, yes, there are too many lawsuits, but yes, they're also necessary. And the answer is somewhere in between there. It's not fucking either or. And I'm just so sick of everything being fucking, you got to go extreme this way or extreme that way. And I mean, I'm not saying anything we all don't know, but it drives me up the wall. And that's what I got to say.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a reason for them to exist, but as with anything, people will take advantage.
Right.
So,
and that's why nothing is good or bad. It's all about how we use it. There's literally nothing that is inherently good or bad.
Right.
Well,
things just are. People are good and bad.
Yes, there we go. Boom. Case closed. We win again.
Well, to wrap it up here, thanks so much for listening, guys. This has been the Loose Stool with Matt and Nick. If you'd like to follow us on social media, that is at Loose Stool Pod on Twitter. And hey, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. That is the Loose Stool Podcast at gmail.com. If you'd like to buy us our next beer, that is the Loose Stool Pod, or is it just the Loose Stool? I always forget. You'll find us on Patreon. Just look up the Loose Stool on Patreon. And we hope you creeps are doing well, and we will catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.
That was a good one.